Hi everyone, Michelle Deck here in Branson, Missouri. Welcome back, and remember this is our year to accelerate your artistry. So I'm excited to get into our topics about songwriting and performance. But guys, before we talk about any of the nuts and bolts or the tools, I could talk about song forms and cadence and diphthongs. No, that's not underwear. We have to take a step back. Just think. Examine your why. Why is it that you want to be a performing artist, a songwriter, a singer? What is your why? There's so many bumps along this road, so many challenges, things that can be discouraging. And unless you have a solid why, it's easy to get sidetracked and completely derailed off of this journey. So in order to get a good foundation to accelerate, you need to find your why. Do you want to perform just to make people laugh? Want to perform to help people feel better about themselves, to make them smile? Do you, honestly, down deep, have a need to be noticed, a need to be liked? Because not everybody's going to like us. For instance, my story. It's been almost 25 years ago. I met a wonderful group of people, an incubator creative group, and was part of an artist development program with them. And one of our first assignments was to sit down and write out your life story. Everything that's happened to you, painful or otherwise. Take the risk to feel that pain, to touch that. I found myself thinking about things that I hadn't thought of in years and realized for the first time how those had affected me as an adult. It was painful. Yes, there were tears, but there were also a lot of songs birthed out of that time. You've got to be willing to be vulnerable, because one of the most wonderful things about music, about songs, is that when people relate to it, they touch those emotions and they can relate to it. Yes, I felt that same way too. And if we want to encourage and help people with our music, we've got to be willing to risk being vulnerable and showing what's inside ourselves. So maybe that would be an exercise that would be helpful. Before you start writing songs, you've got to have something to write about. Whether you have a catchy hook or just a line that inspires you can be a launching pad for a song. But before you start building, before you put your vehicle on the road to accelerate your artistry, figure out in your own heart why it is you want to perform. And that will take you a long way. Write it down. Write out a mission statement, as it were. Find what means the most to you. And that may be a work in progress. You may have an idea, but as you go on, it will develop and change over time. As you're growing as a person and as an artist, you might realize that there's a certain group that you really can speak to. For instance, single mothers or even single fathers. Maybe military spouses that are here while their husband or wife is deployed overseas. That's a very difficult burden to bear when you have a family. It could be recovering drug addicts. It could be senior citizens who have outlived their families, whether they're in a nursing home or in their own homes. It could be teachers or people that are trying to help others. They get burned out themselves. There could be a myriad of different, somewhat specialized groups that you may be able to really relate to. And nothing wrong with that. As a woman, I may have some things to say that more ladies will understand than guys. Nothing wrong with that. But find what touches you, what brings out the depths of your heart. Find some ways to start. Just stream of consciousness writing can be a good inspiration for songs. So I encourage you, take some time, figure out your why. Whatever type of performing you want to do, whatever type of entertainment you want to provide, find out why you want to do it. Write that down and start exploring the depths of your own soul and your own heart. I guarantee you'll find some inspiration for some songs along down the road. And next time we'll start getting some nuts and bolts, some tools, and some other great things. But I encourage you. I know this is more just in our head and in our heart than practical, but this is the place to start, because without a why, your vehicle isn't even on the right track yet. So I hope this helps you, encourages you. Share it with somebody. And please feel free to comment below. Would love to hear your thoughts. We appreciate you being part of our YouTube family and hope you can share it with somebody else that'll benefit them too. God bless you all. We'll see you next time. Michelle Deck in Branson, Missouri. God bless you. Bye-bye.